asking me in a... No. No, you don't have to scream, you just have to... So we have capacity of 2,000 students enrollment. Preschool starts from 4 years old to 6, all the way up to upper secondary, which is about 18, 19 years old. We also work together with the teachers, the staff and family members, parents included.
Yeah. I think the beautiful thing about Dignity is you're sitting in a class and you've got, 5 to 6 races coming from different backgrounds, sitting together and learning. They come from countries with war, they come from countries with a lot of conflict, and they carry that within them.
To some extent, education for refugees, it is only starting to pick up, I would say, after the pandemic. Dignity has been doing this work for 26 years now. What we do notice is that after the pandemic, there are more community schools or more schools that are opening up their doors to refugees in Malaysia. But what happens is that a lot of these schools, I would say, still follow the old ways of teaching. Whereas in Dignity, we have always been trying to do a holistic way of doing education. In terms of the training that is provided, Dignity really sees the need to make sure that we're giving quality education, quality training to the teachers, because we want to give quality education to the students. We have been very lucky, very blessed to work together with ICMC because they see, we have a common goal to see that this part of education is really lacking. So that's why we have the teachers that they need, and they have the materials that we need. If we were to say post-pandemic, I think there has been a rise in a lot of cyber safety issues amongst children and adolescents. And so for the teachers as well, to some extent, some of them see it as a new problem that they have kind of encountered.
I think it's the new form of bullying. And it's dangerous because it's not as obvious anymore. So previously, growing up, it's if you see a bruise, or if you see some sort of verbal comment made, you can address it immediately. But nowadays, everything's happening internally, it's happening in private. So as a teacher, where do we navigate? How do we navigate through that?
I do believe that cyberbullying is an issue today among our students, and I think it's very prevalent with the rise of social media and digital communication.
Because that's their world right now, everything's virtual. Their friends are virtual, their family is virtual, their whole social life, 90% of it is social. So I think that it tremendously affects the kids that we are dealing with today.
Many of our students have encountered problems from the generic messages like scams that do come, whether it's in Instagram, TikTok, or even a regular SMS, to pop up stuff that happens on the web, right? Or encountering just malicious accounts and content that exist, fake news and so forth. So it's very relevant because kids, I think, if they do not know about this, it's usually their first exposure, they would actually fall for it.
This can affect them in many ways just by being embarrassed, and then slowly they can go into isolation, and then there's a domino effect that it will affect their grades, their attendance, and so on. Yes. I think that cyberbullying is prevalent these days, and I think that it should be addressed, and all teachers should be educated on how to support your students in the event that such a situation happens.
even when I'm talking about it with the kids, you can see that we're not really speaking their language. We're not really addressing the core issue because we've never experienced it.
I think being quiet about it and not saying anything about it is also an action. If you don't do anything about it, you're validating it. So I think it's very important that we are all educated on what to do and how to support students and how to stand up for them if they are victims of cyberbullying.